Okay, so welcome everyone back to the session. That was about 40 to 45 minutes. So I like to spend another 20-25 minutes sharing with you about the simple life of a monk and perhaps help you to get some useful information to understand about life and how to live good life and to motivate you to continue practice meditation. Meditation is another name for happiness. It doesn't matter how long we sit, we should be able to find happiness. Even 1 minute, 5 minutes, the longer the better. Only if you do it correctly and properly. Okay, and the reason that you cannot find peace, cannot feel happy, cannot feel relaxed. Okay, nothing magical. It's something wrong with the thing that we do today. Maybe the body, the seat that you sit on, the chair, the temperature, the sound. Okay, everything's affects your meditation experience of each session. And each session is not the same. It's a new session, but we can learn something from the previous session that we sit to make adjustment. Okay, for the next session. So when someone become a monk, they have a chance to live in the perfect structure, the perfect environment for them to master or deepen their meditation practice. So that is why the iMonastery, this place is being built to serve this purpose for those who love to meditate. The place is surrounded by the nature here. In the iMonastery is about one and a half hour from Chiang Mai airport. It's 900 meters above the sea level. It's surrounded by this rice field and rich by the nature. It's super peaceful and super quiet here. And just by arriving here without doing anything, we feel relaxed already. The monks who come here, they're looking for the place like this to seclude themselves to practice meditation. Okay, they will have a chance to stay as a layperson for about 1 week, get themselves ready to observe the 8 precepts, and before they shave their head and enjoy the ordination. And this is the place that we'll be staying. Is an individual hut. Nothing fancy. It's simple. Okay, simple is always the best. So people looking for simplicity, so they come to the nature. They come to the structure that help them to find peace of mind more effectively. Usually there are 3 main reasons why someone wants to become a monk. Right? From my experience, about 3 answers that I find regularly. First, people looking for a simple life of a monk. They see that life of a monk is the simplest lifestyle on the planet, which I never realized that. When I ordained myself, I feel like, wow, where have I been? How come I don't got myself ordained at a young age? This is super peaceful, super simple. We are allowed to have a few pieces of cloth. We have the bowl. We don't have the kitchen. In the morning, we go to the village and people give us food. Some monks eat 2 meals a day. We are allowed to eat 2 meals a day. Some monks eat 1 meal a day. Okay, in this rain retreat, I get back to my self-development in more intensive way. So I come back to 1 meal a day, less meat, and I plan to shift myself toward vegan in the near future. And now I have less and less meat. I feel like eating 1 meal a day, the body feels very light. I can go back to meditation right away after lunch. I don't need to relax or anything, because when you have the right food and the right amount of food, the body feels light. Not only it feels light, it feels energetic. This indicator telling us that whatever I just eat, this work for my body. Light, energetic. Before I feel full, in the afternoon session at 2 p.m., I have a hard time to stay awake, to stay relaxed, because I need to make sure that I have enough food, because we don't allow to have dinner, right? So we eat more lunch. And when we eat more lunch, we have a hard time to meditate in the afternoon session. But when 1 meal a day, less meat, more vegetable, the body feel relaxed, feel light, and feels very energetic. We can go back and meditate right away, and that's something I found. So life is very simple. Get up about 5:30, 4:30 in the morning, and 5 o'clock everyone show up for the meditation and morning chanting before we go alms round to the village around 6:30, and come back and have breakfast together from 7:30 to 8:30, and 9:30 we meditate again before lunch, and lunch start at 11:30 to 12:30, And after lunch, everyone have about 2 hours for personal time before they join the afternoon session for the Dhamma talk and meditation from 2:30 to 4:30. And then from 4:30 to 6:30, they can relax, they can exercise, they can take a walk in the wood, they can do some yoga or straight up to relax the body, and take a shower, have refreshment. We allowed to drink some juice. Meet again 6:30 for evening chanting and meditate until 9:30. From 9:30 to 10 o'clock, that's another 30-minute slot for personal time to reflect on the Dhamma that they learn. And 10 o'clock, we turn off the light. Everyone go back to bed. And it's the same routine every single day. Imagine that if you go to bed on time, every day, you go to bed on time, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. You have 6 hours of sleep. You wake up 4:30 every single day for 30 days. You wake up on time, you eat on time, you meditate on time. For me, I even go to the toilet on time. That's how I habituate my body, habituate my mind to do things on time. Just by doing this, eat on time, sleep on time, wake up on time, and meditate on time, you see how much your body would be appreciated. You feel energetic. You regain the physical strength in the first week. People who have a hard time going to bed, when they come here in this quiet environment, no noise, no television, you completely disconnect yourself from the whole world. No telephone allowed, no email, no Facebook. Congratulate everyone who come to this place that you are able to disconnect yourself from the whole world for 30 days. And nothing disturb your mind. So you go to bed, easily within, 10-15 minutes, you fall asleep in peace and wake up fresh. How do you know you have enough rest? You don't need to take a nap during the day. I personally, I don't take a nap. 4 hours, 5 hours of quality sleep is more than enough for my body to remain fresh all day long. So from 10 p.m. to 4:30 in the morning, that's my sleeping time. And not only just 6 hours of sleeping time, but it's quality sleep. No noise whatsoever. That's the simple life. With these simple activities, simple structure, it helps the monk to practice meditation better. And that is the second reason why people come to ordain in Thailand. They're looking for the knowledge of how to meditate. They're looking for the place where they can meditate well and better than before. And here in the structure, we have the meditation tutoring team, advanced meditator who always accessible for 30 days. Wherever you go, you see them, you eat with them, you talk to them. When you experience something in your meditation, you stuck, you don't know what's next. They always here, standing by and support. There will be a session, the tutoring session, where the new monk and the training team meet together, a few times a week to sit down casually to talk about anything, about your experience of a monk, about your meditation experience. Sometimes people have been stuck with one simple issue for a very long time and didn't know how to deal with that. For example, how come I always falling asleep every 15 minutes, falling asleep? And how come the thought always keep on coming, never stop? How come I have pain in here between my eyebrow all the time in the past 10 years? And when they find the right teaching from the right teacher, then problem solved. Simple, a piece of cake. This advanced meditator monk, they have gone through all of these problems and they can help you. Just like you have illness, you need to go find a good doctor. Then he can prescribe you the right treatment and then you are free from that sickness. Same thing in meditation. Sometimes we stuck, right? And to be success in anything, in the worldly life or in the meditation life, the starting point is to find a good teacher. Second one, after you find a good teacher, good doctor, then you listen to his teaching wholeheartedly. Open up your heart, your mind, empty your glass and learn from them. Find them, learn from them. Reflect on what you learn. Don't just believe. Reflect. If I said 1 meal a day is good for your meditation, don't just take my word for it. You do it yourself and you see if it works for you or not. Less meat, no meat. Don't believe what people said. Vegan or non-vegan, you know what works best for your body. And now I am experimenting. I know this food works for me. Find good teacher, learn from them. Think, reflect on what you learn, and put everything you learn into practice. These are the 4 things. so you can be success in your meditation. Imagine yourself surrounded by the like-minded people. And this is the third reason why people look for ordination. They want to hang out with the good friends, spiritual friends, friends who love in meditation, friends who love in doing nothing but talking about the Dhamma, talking about life, purpose of life, meaning of life, how to live good life. How many friends in life that we have that have the same idea, same purpose? Good friends is accountable for 100% in successful in life, not just 50%. If you hang out with the right crowd, you tend to be success, right? The book that you read, people that you hang out with, they have a huge influence into your life, whether to drag you down to the road of destruction or lift you up to the road of heaven, right? Something wholesome. Hang out with people who love to drink, they drag you down to the drinking path. Gambling, right? Do something bad. People who love study Dhamma, people who love to meditation, they will drag you down to the same direction as well. Just like in this community, because you love to hang out with good friends, that's why you come to join this, meditation of Alabama to meditate, to learn something from the monks. Okay, you may not be a Buddhist; it doesn't matter. Okay, Buddhist or non-Buddhist doesn't matter. We are human beings. We born ignorant. We don't know that we don't know. There's so many things that we don't know. And why don't we know? What exactly that we don't know? And that's something we should ask ourselves. And this is exactly why people look for ordination. They hope that meditation will give them the answer of the meaning of life. And just to get you to prepare, in case some of you looking for ordination, there is the word called Banpacha, okay, in Pali. Banpacha translates to ordination, to going forth. If you understand this meaning, it helps you to prepare yourself much better before you become a monk, or even you ordain as a Buddhist monk, because you will be living by a lot of rules. And here is the idea. The household life is confined and dusty. Going forth is the open air or the open path, said by the Buddha. It's hard to practice meditation as a lay person. It's hard to practice religious life as a lay person, comparing to you got yourself ordained, okay, leave everything behind. In fact, the meaning of Banpacha, which I really like it, mean you completely gone. When a man become a monk, that man completely gone from a lay life. Completely mean what? Whatever the lay people do, the monk don't do. No entertainment, no cell phone, no email, no cooking, no playing soccer, no going to the concert, no watching television. You completely gone from the mundane living life cycle. You become a spiritual person fully. You born to a new life. And this is something that not many people have a chance to experience, how it feels to live life fully as a spiritual person. Ordination is the only way for you to have that experience. It's an open path. You're a free man. You don't have to work. You don't have to pay the bill. Your job is to study the Dhamma, the meaning of life and how to live good life, dig deeper into your mind, get to know who you are, what you want, plus continue to practice meditation. There will be food for you as long as you don't disrobe. Food is free for life. Where food come from? Food come from the villager. As long as you have the bowl, you get the bowl to the village, they will give you food. So we cannot demand for anything. We eat what we receive. This is how simplicity of the monk life. It's easy and simple. Whatever they give, we eat. We don't ask for food. We don't demand for food. Life is fully supported by the lay people, pretty much 100%. The medicine, the shelter, the robe that we wear, the food that we eat come from the support of the lay people. So they free our time. We can go back to meditation practice. We can go back to study Dhamma. And in return, they expect us, if we can go teach them. They can come to the temple, listen to the Dhamma talk, and practice meditation with us. But the lay life is the life of responsibility, the life of dust, right? There's too much worry as a lay person. And this picture is summary of the whole teaching of the Buddha. This is my favorite picture. So if you are new to the teaching of the Buddha, if you don't know anything, understand this picture, you understand everything. Okay, we can talk about all kind of dimension of the teaching of the Buddha in just this one picture. For here, we don't have that much of time. Okay, I will just recap and stop by here and there to help you to understand the point, of the important point. So through the lens of Buddhism, there are two groups of people, as you can see, monks or the nuns and the lay people. These two groups of people, we're looking for the same thing, which is peace and happiness. We are born ignorant. We don't know about life, and now we born already. We become someone on this planet. You born in the U.S., I born in Thailand, you born in Mexico. It doesn't matter. We born already. We are human being, and at the end of the day, we should to ask ourselves, what am I looking for? Who am I here? Okay, what is the purpose of me being alive? Because one day we're gonna have to say goodbye, right? To everything we have. We are subject to death. We cannot escape from death. People die. We die. It's gonna happen. So before that thing happen, we should find time to seek for the real purpose of life. What is life and how to live good life. And that's what exactly what the Buddha and the great monks, the great thinker in the past, Socrates, Aristotle, that's what they did. They asked themselves, what is life and how to live life noble? And then they try to find the answer. And people these days, we don't ask this kind of question. You just have to go to school, get a good job, and then your life will be okay. It's not enough. So here you see there are two groups of people, spiritual people, monk, nun, and novice, and the lay people. The monk and the nun, they are the group of people who walk on the highway. You see, they walk on the highway. And the lay life, they live life on the local street. What's the difference? What do you expect when you get on the highway? You expect to arrive the destination faster, right? Because you pay the toll, pay the fee, then you can go faster. You go direct path to the destination wherever you want to go. Same thing here, the monks, people in the past, they ordained for one reason. They want to free themselves from suffering. They want to find the real purpose of life. And the only way that they help them to get there fast is to become a monk. That is why many kings leave everything behind, many business people, many successful people in the past, people from the good family leave everything behind. I don't need money, I don't need fame, I don't need palace. Buddha himself, Prince Siddhartha, he let go his princely life, everything he has, because the life is hollow. The more you look for the happiness, the further happiness far away from you. So monk, it's a group of people who seek for happiness inwardly. They look for a refined form of happiness. But for the lay people, happiness comes from only one source, which is material thing, the source of the sense pleasure. We look for happiness through what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste, what we touch. Then we feel happy. You eat something you like, you want more of that. You hear the beautiful music, you want to hear more of that. You get the beautiful clothes, you want more of this. One house, one second house, one car, second car. Hoping that having more of that will bring us more happiness. The fact is not the case. People are trapped in the realm of the lowest level of happiness, which is happiness comes from sense pleasure. So the monks are the group of people who are looking for a refined form of happiness. There is nothing wrong being a lay person, okay? Accumulate wealth, have a fancy vacation, getting married, have kids, nothing wrong with that. But the Buddha said, guys, there is something more refined than that. If you are interested, welcome on board. And how can we get there? Happiness is not falling from the sky and all of a sudden we are happy. The Buddha gave us the structure to develop happiness, to train ourselves, to live good life. To be happy, we need to educate ourselves. Meditation is one good example. The reason you come to join meditation session because you want to find happiness in your mind. And you need to know how to meditate. You need instruction. You need someone to give you advice when you come to problem, right, or obstacle in your practice. So happiness needs to come from education. Happiness entails education. We need to educate ourselves about life and how to live good life. Then we can be happy. You can be happy of whoever you are. You don't have to be a monk to be happy, okay? Don't get my message wrong. You can be happy as a father, as a wife, as a kid, as a son. But keep in mind that there is another level of happiness, not just happiness come from sense pleasure. But the bottom line is, no matter who we are, to be happy, we need to practice morality, observe precept, be an ethical person. A monk, we have a chance to observe more precept. We're talking about 200 rules. The lay people observe 5 precepts. You see the difference between 5 and 200. 227 precepts. The more precept we observe, the more mindful we become. And the more mindful you are, the more concentration you become as well. You will have a better concentration when you are mindful. This I cannot do, this I can do, this I shouldn't be saying, this I can say. So precept help us to be more mindful. And that's the starting point. Start from precept first, and then once you are physically and verbally are peace and calm, then you are ready to develop your mind, which is the second set of the structure that the Buddha teach us, second framework, which is called samadhi or concentration. As long as you're still keeping on breaking precepts, still killing, harming, lying, sexual misconduct, intoxicate yourself, forget about peace of mind. You cannot have good meditation. Because when you close your eye, your mind is worried. When you say something bad to someone, when you hurt someone feeling, you cannot feeling good about yourself, right? So start from precept and then develop the mind. And with this precept and the concentration, it helps us to access to the higher wisdom. When we start seeing the nature of our mind, when the mind is super peaceful, super still, you regain the clarity of your mind, then you start seeing things the way they are. And this is the starting point of higher wisdom through the eyes of the Buddha. Start from the right view. With the right view, we start to have the right thinking. With the wrong view, then we have the wrong thinking. And with wrong thinking, we have the wrong saying and the wrong doing. You see, everything as a consequence. Okay, so start from here, whether you are a layperson or a monk. Again, if you're looking for peace and happiness, you must educate yourself. And start from here. If you don't know where to start, take this framework with you. Being an ethical person, learn about precept and practice meditation and find time to hang out with a good friend to learn the Dhamma and put everything you learn into practice. Here, the first level of happiness that most of us are trapped is in the realm of sense pleasure. Happiness comes from the sense door, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, this kind of thing. But the Buddha points to the second level of happiness that you can master. Happiness comes from meditation. Happiness comes from the mind that doesn't want anything. The mind that let go everything. When the mind let go, the mind come back. I was asked, Luang Pi, how soon can my mind be still? I said, the sooner your mind can let go, the faster your mind come back. Whatever it is. The reason your mind cannot come back and stay still because it's cling on something. You need to identify what it is and let it go. Simple. But simple doesn't mean easy, right? To let go. Okay, and there's the highest form of happiness through the lens of the Buddha is Nibbana. Okay, this is where the mind is pure, completely free from the defilement, from greed, from hatred, from delusion, and that's something human being can achieve. The Buddha was a living proof. He achieved that. He have gone to the sense pleasure, the perfect sense pleasure world, a luxurious life, born as a prince in the palace. He still feel like that thing cannot compare with the happiness come from the peace of mind. No happiness surpasses the peace of mind. That's his conclusion through his meditation journey. So benefit of ordination that you may expect is you have a chance to seclude yourself from the mundane living life cycle. Back to the wood, stay secluded in a quiet place, get back to yourself and develop yourself in this environment. And you will be in the structure that help you to meditate better, to regain your not only your physical strength, but your inner strength as well. Like I said, wake up early, go to bed on time, wake up on time, eat on time, meditate on time. So this is a structure that will be provided. So you go to bed at 10, you wake up at 4:30 every single day for 30 days or 90 days that you stay as a monk. And you have a chance to hang out with the good friends, spiritual friends. We don't talk about the world, we don't talk about the politics, we don't talk about things in the outside world. We only talk about how can I meditate better. What's wrong today? What's wrong with this session? Luang Pi, the early morning session was very great. Feel peace, calm, the mind stays still. How come in the late morning and the afternoon, I don't have that experience? So there is a session during the day that the monks sit down and talk casually with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and we talk about this, about the Dhamma, about meditation practice. Okay? And when they go home, they become a better person, a happy man. You may be a happy person already, but you will leave the training happier, with the right view and right understanding about your life. Okay, to be a wiser about the what caused you suffering. Okay, and how to deal with that. Understand the idea of being an ethical person, understand about the mindfulness and how to put into practice, and how to reach out and help others to be a caring heart person. Okay, so these some of the idea and the benefit that you may be able to expect when you join the training. And again, no happiness surpass the peace of mind. Every time you sit, you may find some quick moment that, how come feeling very good? There's no thought in my mind. You feel peace, feel light, the body disappear, feel like you float up into the sky, and that feeling cannot explain by word. You are the person who know that feeling when it happened to you in your meditation practice. Okay, and keep in mind that there are many layers of concentration. What happened in that moment is just superficial of feeling good, feeling relaxed, feeling that the body disappear. It's just the starting point of this inner journey to get to know the nature of your own mind. Okay, the concentration is deep. Okay, there are many layers, just like we dive into the ocean, and as we go deeper and deeper, we feel happier and happier, and we cannot explain by word. So the Monks Life project here in Thailand just started this year, and now we come to the last batch of this year in November, from 1st to 30th of November, for 30 days. For anyone who are interested, if you can make it this year, feel free, or you can plan your life to join us next year. Check out our website through the monkslifeproject.com. If anything at all, if I can be helpful and useful in your spiritual journey, if you want to become a monk, and feel free to reach out to me, and anything at all. Luang Pi are here standing by to welcome everyone from around the world to experience the simple life of the monks at the iMonastery in the northern part of Thailand, in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Okay, so I think it's about time. Okay, sorry, too many information that I like to share. Okay, okay, but today it's the starting point to get to know each other. Hopefully, I may be able to come back and meditate with everyone again in the near future.